friends, welcome to yet another lesson for Let's Talk. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, today I'm going to share with you some very simple and unique words in English. Why are they unique? They're unique because these words are the most simplest words that one can come across, and they have the same spelling and the very same pronunciation. However, they are used differently, meaning they have different meanings. And therefore, these words are called homonyms. Homo meaning same and nyms meaning name. Therefore, these words are called homonyms. Now, talking of names, did I tell you what my name is? You're wondering? Don't wonder anymore. My name is Alisha and I'm your new trainer on Let's Talk. So without further ado, let me share with you what homonyms are. And I'm going to start with an example. So for instance, let's take a word book. What are the different meanings of this word? Yes, I know that book is something that we read. It can be a storybook or a book from college, book that you used to read in school. Clearly, book is one of the most easiest words and we know what it means. However, friends, do you know the word book is also used when you reserve something? Just as I booked the tickets for my favorite movie show. So here the word book is used to express something that you have reserved for yourself. Easy? Okay, let me share with you 10 additional examples which are simple, and after every word I'm going to put it into sentences with both meanings of the word. Alright, so the first word that I have for you is bank. B-A-N-K. Now, what is a bank used for? Well, a bank is a place where we all keep our cash, our riches, our jewelry, important papers. Yes, you're right. A bank is an institution where we have savings account, checking accounts, etc. However, do you know that the word bank is also used to express trust? So let me make sentences for you and share with you the meaning of this word. So we'll use the word bank in two different kind of sentences. The first one is, I have to go to the bank to make a withdrawal, which means you need to go to the bank today to make a withdrawal. And the other word, the other meaning rather, is to trust. So you can bank on Let's Talk to teach you English, which means you can trust us to teach you English. Okay, so we have the next word, which is can. C-A-N, can. Can is used to express capabilities. For example, I can sing, or I can dance, I can jump, and hey, you know what? I can cook too. So can is a very simple word and we use to express it to tell others what we can do or what we cannot do. However, the other word of can is a container. A container? How can that be? It is possible. Just as if you want to say, this can of oil is very heavy, or this can of water is very heavy. So can is also used to express a container usually containing liquids. As simple as that. Are you done with the two sentences, friends? Because I'm going to move on to the next word, which is very simple, L-I-E, which means lie. Now, lie, I know the first meaning that you understand of this word is to refrain from the truth, which is when you don't say the truth. The other word can be to relax. So let me put this into sentences for you. So the first one, lie. Don't you lie to me. And the second sentence that I have for you is to relax. I'm going to lie down because I'm very tired. Don't you do that after a very, very long weekend? Sorry, a busy week. Okay. Now the next word is bear. Yes, you're right. The one meaning of the word is bear, the wild animal Bear, the wild animal. And what is the other meaning? The other meaning can be to endure, which is to put up with. So let me put this into sentences for you. Bear, the animal. I love to watch the bear at the zoo. So say I went to a zoo and I loved watching the bear because he was so cuddly, although wild. And the other word can be to endure, which is to put up with. Let me give you a real life example. I can't bear the heat anymore, which means it's difficult for you to put up with the heat outside. Easy one and very, very useful. The next one is light, L-I-G-H-T. Yes, it's the light, the brightness. And the one meaning of the word is, of course, light, which is the brightness, the lights that we have at home, in office, or in college. And the other one is something which is extremely easy to carry. Say, for example, can you please switch the light on? Which means if it's too dark, you would want someone to switch the light on for you. And if something is very easy to carry, something is not heavy, the opposite of something which is heavy is light. My school bag is very light. All right. So these sentences will tell you and will help you understand the various uses of this word light. Let's move on to the next set. The next set is like. Like is a word which again has two meanings. The first meaning can be like meaning when you're very fond of something, such as I like to eat pizzas. For example, if you're very fond of pizzas, then you'd say I like to eat pizzas. Like also means when you're doing something similar to someone. For example, you dance like a movie star, which means someone is dancing like a movie star. Or you look like a movie star. If someone's very good looking, you may want to tell that person you look like a movie star. So the word like again has two different meanings. Kind, yes, kind is a very simple word and it basically means someone who's very, very compassionate, who's very kind. Let's put it into sentences. Someone who's compassionate or understands others, and kind also means various types. So I'm going to make two simple sentences for you. So say for example, if I want to convey that my mother is very kind, I'd say, my mother is very kind to me. And the second meaning of the word is to describe the different types of things available. So I'd say there are various kinds of sweets in the market. So these sentences will explain to you the various use of the word kind. Then we come to a very simple word, fair, F-A-I-R. F-A-I-R can mean someone who is of a lighter complexion. She is very fair. So the lady or the girl may be very fair. And the other meaning of this word is someone who's just, who knows how to do the right thing. The judgment was very fair. Okay, now this is another word which you can see is spelt as L-O-S-E, and I have also mentioned here the other version of this word. Why? Because I see a lot of us making mistakes with this word, and I'm very, very interested to share this with you. Now, the first one is L-O-S-E. L-O-S-E basically is pronounced as lose. Lose meaning something that I have lost or I have misplaced. And L-O-O-S-E meaning something which doesn't fit you well. So let me put these into sentences. L-O-S-E, don't lose your wallet, or don't lose your pencil, don't lose your patience. L-O-O-S-E is related to fitting. So if I say that the shirt is very loose for me, that's what it means. I know a lot of us make a mistake in this word whilst writing it because we add the extra O or we do not add the extra O at the right and appropriate time. So take note of that. And the last one is bark, B-A-R-K. Now we all know which animal barks. Barking is the sound that a dog makes. So we know that dogs bark. And the other meaning of the bark is, of the word bark, is an outer covering. For example, the spice cinnamon is basically an outer covering of a tree. So you know that there is another word that you have which has again two meanings. One is the sound that dogs make, and the other is the outer covering of a tree, which we use as a spice. So I hope you like the compilation of these very basic words in English, although they're basic, but they're unique because they have different meanings. And do send in your feedback. Until next time, keep on practicing and keep learning with Let's Talk. Goodbye.